If you are a seller in this market, and let's say, for example, the home that you have, that you are selling, you got it at an amazing rate. Did you know that you can use that amazing rate as a marketing strategy to get your home sold? Bonus buyers, you need to listen to this because this might apply to you. So if you're looking for a home and you want to get one of those amazing like COVID rates of, below 3%, then you're going to want to pay attention to what I have to say. So you're probably thinking, wait, I can take over somebody's rate, or wait, somebody else can take over my rate? Of course, then how? I can win in this home sale competition if there's somebody else in my neighborhood that has a house for sale and I have a great rate that somebody can assume. Tell me more about this, Jen. I didn't know this could happen. Well, yes, it can. There are some rates that are some rates and some loans that are assumable. For example, I currently have a seller with one of my listings. They have a VA loan that is currently at a 2.75% rate. So that means that another qualified buyer can assume that low 2.75% rate if they are interested in buying this house. Now, can you just imagine what an advantage that puts you as a seller if you have an assumable mortgage? Or can you imagine if you are a buyer and that dream home that you see on the market, could you imagine if you could actually assume the mortgage rate, that low mortgage rate? Let me tell you about it. Well, here is the super simple version of how this works. The buyer assumes the seller's current low balance at the low rate. So they currently assume that balance and that rate. And then they pay the difference between the loan balance and what the home's actually selling for to the seller at closing. Super simple. If you have specific questions about that, I recommend that you talk to your lender, but find out if there's a home that you are interested in, if that loan is assumable. And sellers, you should do the same. Call your lender and find out if you have an amazing rate. Find out from your current mortgage lender, is my mortgage rate assumable? Is my loan balance assumable? And if it is, then you should use that as a marketing tool to get your home sold. So can you imagine if you were a seller, then this is how you will stand out in the market that we're in, right? If your home has a low rate, a low FHA rate, or a low VA rate, or a low USDA loan rate, find out. But the best thing you can do is pick up the phone, call your existing mortgage company, and then just ask the question. Currently selling my house. Is my rate at whatever percentage assumable? Yes or no? And if they say yes, find out a quick process and then get on the phone with your real estate agent and start marketing that low rate. And buyers, that is something to ask. So if you see a house that you are interested in and you want to assume the rate, especially important if you're like a VA buyer, this is something that you want to ask. Find out if the home that you're interested in is a VA loan, and then find out if it's an assumable, if it's a loan that you can assume if the rate makes sense to you. So buyers right now, get creative with how you can get lower rates to get the house of your dreams. So here are some type of loans that are assumable. VA loans, those are assumable for eligible veterans, and even some non-veterans can be eligible for it, but you're going to want to talk to your lender and find out your options. FHA loans are assumable for buyers who qualify under FHA guidelines. USDA loans, they're assumable with similar income and property requirements. And then conventional loans, not too common, but sometimes you can find a conventional loan that is assumable if they're like a portfolio loan, something like that. But you want to make sure that you get on the phone and contact your vendor and find out specific information about any of these so that you can get the 411 on the assumable loan. If you have any other questions or you want to chat further about this, just comment MOVE and you will be able to schedule some time on my calendar so that we can chat further, or just click the link in my bio. Talk to you later.